Hi everyone, thank you for joining me on my channel Stitch Meditations. I'm Shruti and today I'm going to briefly take you through what does Stitch Meditation mean, a little bit of my introduction, how I got onto this journey and where I think this will be going. I'm an architect and in 2009 I took a sabbatical from architecture and I discovered quilting and it was just an amazing journey to begin with. I started on it as a hobby, but by 2014 I knew I was not going to go back to my day job and this was what I wanted to do full time, and I became a full time quilter. Portraits is my specialization in quilting, and I've been teaching my method of making portraits, which is about face, which was a very quick method to make portraits. I've taught that method to over 200 people across the world. I also researched a little bit about the local quilt making styles in India, because as you know, India is a diverse country. And just like there is diversity in food and in clothes, there is also diversity in quilt making styles. When I was interacting with those women, I just had a lot of fun and I took those techniques, I developed my own styles with it, and that is one of my most successful workshops in the US, which I take, which is the quilt inspired quilt making. During the pandemic, life was getting very difficult to handle, the stress and just the helplessness that we felt at that time, that was starting to affect me a lot. And during that time I started finding different ways to meditate, to take care of myself, to be more mindful. And one of the ways that I discovered at that time was just using hand stitching. And I didn't think much of it at that time, and I just practiced it whenever I got time. But recently I moved to a new town. That again brought back a lot of stress. So I started practicing that once again, and I found that it gave me a lot of grounding and a lot of peace during my days. And I started exploring it further. I thought that this could be a meditative kind of experience. And as I worked through it, I realized that yes, this is a beautiful way to meditate, because I wasn't able to focus in my traditional meditation recently because there was just too much going around. So I needed some external place where I could focus, and that would help me ground and be more mindful. So I started with a jacket actually. I had this beautiful distressed denim jacket, uh, which was for something that I'd used for a very long time. I loved it, but I wanted to add my own character to it. And so I started adding a little bit of hand stitching on it in different threads, like different color threads, and it turned out beautiful. But at the same time, it also gave me so much satisfaction to spend that time every day. I used to just spend like 10 minutes or 20 minutes max at a time on that project. I used to put on some music and it was absolutely random. Like I used to play songs or I used to play instrumental. But gradually, as I worked through that jacket, I realized that I was gravitating more towards instrumental music. So it could be like a piano music someday, and the next day I could be like working to James Bond theme or Mission Impossible or that kind of stuff. So I was using whatever worked for me best and whatever I was aiming for. Like if I wanted like a high energy music, then I would go for something like Avengers theme or Iron Man or something like that. But when I was trying to calm down, I was gravitating more towards classical music and piano, sometimes even jazz. So all of this helped me ground myself, and I started getting the same benefits from it as I got from meditation. So that is when I started working on it as a meditation. So then I developed my own practice that I do every morning and every night before I go to bed. And there is a system that I brought into it every day. I like researched it a lot. I found what other people were doing and I tried to apply those things. Whatever worked for me worked. I modified it according to how I wanted it to be. And by the end of it, I had this beautiful practice that helps me ground every single day. And I'm looking forward to sharing this practice with you in videos. So, on the channel now, every Wednesday morning, Indian Standard Time, from 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m., we will have a live guided meditation. So, whatever practice I do every morning, that is the practice that we are going to go through every Wednesday. And after that, apart from that, actually, every Monday there will be a new video which will give you a idea about what is stitch meditation, how can you practice it, how can you apply it, how I modified what I learned from others and I made it my own thing, and how can you do the same, like take stuff from me and make it your own. The idea is to give you a glimpse into what possibilities this can bring in, and to help you achieve your own mindfulness goals. So I got so many benefits from it that I just cannot wait to share all of them with you. I'm looking forward to this wonderful journey with all of you. So gather your supplies and let's get stitching.